It's all of the biggest entertainment stories coming up next, right here on Tea Time. Hello there and welcome to the programme. I'm Tokunbo Taiwo. And here with me are my co-anchors, Lakpe Banjo and Ife Oshinkeye. Hello, you two.
Afternoon talks.
Hi, Lakpe. You haven't said a word. You just smiled. Say something.
What did they say? A smile is 1,000 words or something like that. Hi, Tokes.
I feel better now. Well, the first stories on this edition of the program is on Kim Kardashian West meeting with the American President Trump on prison reform. For crying out loud, what does Kim know about prison reform?
Well, she's not exactly an airhead, is she? But at the same time, there's a video that's gone viral about this woman who happens to be someone's great-grandmother.
63-year-old from Tennessee.
Exactly, and she's actually been held for a non-violent drug offence, but she's facing a life sentence. And actually, Kim's been interested in these kind of cases. There was another girl that was, she tried to defend her brother from being her, and then in the process, the person died, and she's also facing a life sentence. I think she's about 16. So she's been really interested in these kind of mass incarceration issues. But whether or not she's the right person to speak to Trump is what I don't know. What is her influence in the prison reform?
That's my point. But let me hear from Ife. What's your take?
Apparently, you know, she's a social media influencer, and her voice could go a long way. If she says this, a lot of people would follow her words. So I respect the fact that the woman actually reached out, because I don't think she just did it on her own.
No, she saw the video and obviously wanted to like do something. She took
interest in it. So asking whether she's the right person, she's a voice that can be heard, whether it's by Instagram page. She has millions of followers, and I think that would go a long way to help the woman. And let's think about it. This woman is 63 years old. She's been in jail for about 2 decades.
What?
Yeah, she's been in jail already for like 2 decades. So I think justice has been served, and she needs to go home, man.
Okay, because I'm thinking Kim is trying to work for her to come out of jail. Isn't that the
case?
But
Kim needs to chill, because she tried to work for someone else to come out of jail, and we don't know where that case is. I know she paid for her to get the best lawyers ever, but we don't know where that case is left. But I guess she's doing all this activism stuff to try and help people. But whether or not she's the right face is what concerns me, because does she know enough about it, and what is her platform going to be in terms of reforming?
But why are we always trying to bring these people down? They do one right thing and then we bring them down. They do the bad thing.
I wish you would look at Lakpe's face while you're saying that, because she so doesn't agree with you.
Why? Kim is known for doing crazy stuff. She has a sex tape. Now she's doing something positive.
Charitable.
Why can't we just commend her like, okay, at least she's making an impact. She's making an attempt. Do you know how many people that saw that video? Even Barack Obama, they tried to appeal on the behalf when Barack Obama was in power.
Right.
But he did not respond.
Obama can't do anything.
Relax.
What makes you think Kim's going to be able to do anything?
No, but he didn't respond to it. Like, they were telling him to pardon the woman while he was in power, but he didn't.
Yeah, but he pardoned other people.
Exactly.
Know that, right?
Yeah, but the thing is, the amount of drug involved, they said it's millions of dollars.
Non-violent is the key word here. Non-violent drug offense.
That's why they're not letting her appeal, the amount of drug involved.
Okay, let's get back to Kim and this woman in question. You know, what do you think made Kim want to? Because like you said, like you rightly said, you know, there's so many other people that they had sent it to. What's so different about this woman? Because one, she's 63, she's from Tennessee, and, you know, I really don't understand.
Right? No, but like I said earlier, I think Kim has a lot of issues with mass incarceration, gun laws in America. There are certain issues that, excuse me, that she's really concerned about, and however she wants to help, I think she will raise awareness about it. So no one's putting her down, if we're just saying whether or not she's the right person.
Let me quickly ask you this, because I know the both of them are probably pleased at meeting each other, but who do you think, you know, would have been more pleased, Trump or Kim?
Definitely Trump. He wants some eye candy.
That's what I thought. Well, on the other hand, I thought Kim also liked things like this.
I wouldn't be surprised if Trump had tweeted at Hillary Clinton, like, look at Kim, she's with me now. Is that kind of
No, I don't think that was a good move on Kim's part, though. And also she's expressed her dismay at President Trump and the fact that her husband supports him. So for her to go and suddenly see him is just a bit like.
She didn't even look excited. Did you see the picture?
She didn't.
No,
and she didn't retweet the picture either.
Yeah.
So she's not exactly like.
It was Trump that tweeted.
So she's just pursuing her agenda, and once that's done, she's going to cut off ties.
And he happens to be in power. Also, she doesn't like. She's a liberal, a Democrat even, and he's Republican. So.
And then she thought she was going to be having the talk with Trump's son-in-law. not Trump himself, but she was like, if she can...
That's
say
Jared
it to
Kushner.
Trump, yeah, Kushner. And that, but if she can say it to Trump, no problem. But she wasn't looking forward to meeting Trump like that.
Okay. All right, then. Let's gauge public reaction to this news item by going to our newsroom to hear from our social media analyst, Buki November. Buki, over to you.
Hi, Tokumbo. Okay, so I totally agree with Lakwe. The comments on social media also tend to go that way, asking if Kim, of course, the actions are noble, but is Kim the right person to be having this conversation? What's her stake in it? What's her business with it, basically? And then the criticisms came in. The criticisms poured in, actually. Some people called, some fans actually called she and the president orange. I'm still trying to figure that out. I think I know why, but yeah, they called them orange. Some called them attention seekers. Some just called them publicity hoarders. And of course, they called Kim. So many people called Kim a whore. But then on the flip side, we also had people who commended her actions. For example, Yuma on Twitter says, if Kim Kardashian considers herself qualified enough to talk prison reform, you are qualified enough to get that job you've been eyeing since university. Go for it. Send in your resume. You know, some people actually see this as encouraging them to do more, to do better. Kim didn't post anything regarding this on Instagram. For very obvious reasons. But then she did on Twitter, thanking the president. And then that was when the comments started rolling in. Let's check out some comments from social media. Personally, even though I think Kim shouldn't be the one doing this, I do commend her. I mean, I do honestly commend her for everything she's doing right now. Okay, so that's all from me at the newsroom. Back to you, Tokumbo.
Thanks a lot, Buki, for that quick social media report. But before we take our next story, we'll take a quick break and we'll be right back.
It is not yet over. The Get to Latin Millions promo is still on. 110 people have won up to 65 million naira already, and you can be one of them, as there is 31 million naira still available to be won. You stand a chance to become a millionaire. All you have to do is walk into a Fidelity Bank near you and open an account with 10,000 naira or pay in 10,000 naira to your already existing account. And you stand a chance to win 1 million, 2 million, and 3 million naira in the monthly draw. Draw your account to 50,000 naira and stand a chance to win up to 5 million naira. That's not all. Lots of consolation prizes like refrigerators and generators to be won. Rush now to the Fidelity Bank near you and start saving for a chance to become a millionaire in the Fidelity Get a Lot in Millions promo.
We're Fidelity. We keep our word.
I don't get that lot. God, you win.
Welcome back. You're watching Tea Time, and our next story is on Omotola Jalade, who allegedly snubbed a fan at a Lagos airport. So what actually happened, Ife?
There was a fan that saw her brother to the airport, and she saw Omotola Jalade, and then she left the brother and ran to her like, God, Omotola! And then Omotola gave her this look like, you come near me. You get it? And then she just went back to her brother, and then she wrote a letter to a blog site telling them about the incident, about, look, she's been criticizing the blog site for always writing negative
things about celebrities.
And now she sees that what they're saying sometimes is true, because she saw Omotola and Omotola did this and that. It's still allegedly, because Omotola hasn't said anything
Exactly.
about it. But her brother also told her, and I thought the same thing as soon as I saw the story, that maybe no one recognized her at that moment, and she didn't want
to recognize her. Okay. You don't think so, Lakwe?
It's wrong, though, for any celebrity
I think
to
celebrity
act like
culture here needs some serious development and serious work. We don't have paparazzis here anyway. So, like, the celebrities here don't realise, like, that they're celebrities or that how they should behave. Like, if a fan comes up to you, you should just embrace that moment. They basically make you who you are, right? And for you to snub them, it's really... And we've had these issues before. Tiwa Savage.
Yeah.
And Omotola's known for doing stuff like this, by the way.
Oh, really?
Yes, she is. She's known for being really, really, like, diva-ish, very bougie and stuff like that. So I don't believe that you should ever treat your fans like that. More importantly, if you are that important, then get on a private jet. If you don't,
I was surprised.
if you don't want to be seen, get on a private jet.
I was surprised because I saw Omotola once. I met her once, and she was pretty cool.
She was pretty cool.
Yeah, but because you didn't
the
run up to her.
circumstances,
And exactly, and stuff like that.
Okay,
But
well, you have a point. Maybe because I didn't run up to her, though.
yeah,
What
and this
do
is
you
why people are
think?
never starstruck here as well.
Yeah.
Because everyone has a pride here, like, oh, I'm not going to go and say hi to this celebrity because you don't know how they're going to treat you. It shouldn't be that way. It really shouldn't.
Okay.
But celebrities really shouldn't act that way. It's really wrong.
But having said so, though, do you think the fan was actually right in the sense that, or right to compare her with the others? Because she was saying she had met Tonto Dike and she had met...
she's
Ikiri
damn
Anu.
right, yeah.
She's very, very right.
Like,
Okay.
who do you think you are?
And then I think Omotola, if she still wants her followers to keep respecting her, she needs to comment about this and possibly apologize to this woman, letting her know that maybe then she wasn't in a good mood or something. At least just come up with something.
Yeah, because she's still human. People will
Yeah.
still understand, but not
come up
just
with
snubbing
something.
people for the
But
sake of
damn,
it.
she's pretty though.
So has Omotola commented? Has she made any statements whatsoever on
No,
this
she
issue?
hasn't said anything yet. And if she's actually like that, I don't think she will say anything.
Anything,
But we're
because I was
advising
gonna
her
say,
now
do you
to
think she'll say something?
Yeah, she should say something.
She won't, though.
She
Fine.
wouldn't, right?
She won't.
She won't. Okay. Final thoughts on this?
She needs to get over herself and focus on her crap reality show.
Yeah, she
Do
was in
you-
Sierra Leone recently for the inauguration, and then they went crazy about her. A lot of people came out for Omotola, and then she was waving from the hood of a car like a queen.
She actually thinks she's the Kim K of Nigeria.
She was
She's
like
so
this.
deluded. I can't stand
She
her.
was
She
like
gets on my
that.
nerves. I prefer Genevieve. Yeah, I said what I said.
I was just gonna say, do you have any?
I prefer Genevieve.
Do you have any beef? You know.
I don't have no beef with her. She just gets on my nerves. Like, why would you act like that? Who are you?
But man, this is the only person that said this about Omotola.
No, listen.
Please,
do you
leave
watch her
her
reality
sex.
show? Do you watch her reality show?
Why would I watch
Exactly.
Omotola's
This is what I'm
reality show?
telling you. She acts like this on a normal day. She's,
Oh, okay.
But do you think that's how she is naturally, or she's putting on an act?
I wouldn't know. I don't know. I think if that's it, if I reckon that's how she is naturally.
Okay.
Because she doesn't want people.
When I
disrespecting
met her,
her.
at least I was in the same room with her for about 2 hours, and she was pretty cool. Cool to everybody, not just me. So
Were you
I don't
around
think-
people that knew her though?
Yeah.
Her team.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
probably
Not
why.
like
And-
a team,
and-
like
and-
she. I don't want to go into details before talking about casts me.
No, seriously, did you have a relationship with her
Yeah,
at some point?
you? Were you going out with Omotola as well?
Oh, okay. I see where this is going.
all right then.
The conspiracy going on there.
We're going to leave it there. The next major headline is that Jay-Z's secret son has accused the rapper of avoiding a paternity test in the last 8 years. Does Jay-Z, does he acknowledge that he even has a secret son?
No. It was a one
That's why
night.
he's avoiding.
But the boy looks exactly.
He does look like,
He
I'm
looks
like,
exactly like
seriously.
him. Looks like
I
him.
saw I had to go on, to look at the pictures, and the comparison is unbelievable.
Yeah, but I reckon Jay-Z's got a really savage side to him. Like, he doesn't take rubbish. Like,
Yeah,
because he's been avoiding doing the paternity test for 8 years, probably trying to protect his own brand and career, right? But he had a one-night stand with this woman in 1992. Like, and now the boy's like, listen, I don't even want your money. I don't want anything from you. I just want you to acknowledge
Lies.
that. Yes, lies, obviously. But like, I just want you to acknowledge that you're my dad. And like, he won't. He just won't. He's savage. Yeah, he just won't do it. He should do the paternity
But
test.
they also confirmed that initially they were being nice, like his legal team, and they were even asking about the boy's music career. And
Yeah.
his godmother was like, no, he has to finish high school first.
Yeah.
So I think what Jay-Z, the legal team, he's bigger now. This is since 1992. It's bigger now. So if the girl, his baby mom's, was
His alleged baby mom.
alleged. Okay, I agree. The alleged baby
look
mom
so
was
alike.
16 years old back then.
At the time.
So imagine if this comes out now. It'll say he was having sex with an underage girl.
No, you're allowed to
but
have sex
he-
at 16.
Oh, really?
Yes.
And he would have been younger at the time anyway.
Would he?
Oh, yeah, but that is what they are also scared of. I read it in the report.
He
Like, they're
would
also
have been
scared.
younger?
Yeah.
Oh, dear. Well, he's had a baby. He should just prove whether or not he's the dad. Like, it's not.
And then he can afford to take care of the child. So what's the big
No,
deal?
it's not about
his
affordability,
brand,
though.
though. Like,
Exactly.
it's his brand. Imagine out of
I just
nowhere,
think this
yeah.
is
Imagine out of
Beyonce's
nowhere,
idea.
yeah. You're like suddenly your mum tells you that Jay-Z's your dad, right? Yeah. Your stepmom is now going to be Beyonce.
Hey, when I see him on stage, Daddy, Daddy, I'm here.
No, but imagine your stepmom's now Beyonce. Your half sisters are Blue Ivy and the twins. Like, come on, it's too much to
Okay,
handle.
now that you mentioned Beyonce, how do you think she's going to take all this?
What can she say? It was in 1992. What can she
wasn't
really
even
say?
with Jay-Z then,
and her
so.
dad had a love child after her mum.
No,
So
but I think she might be upset of the fact that maybe he never said anything about it. and
you don't
never
know
told
that.
her.
Though. You don't know
we
that.
don't
I
know
know,
that.
I'm just saying
Yeah.
that.
Because this case has been going on, not today, it's been going on for so long.
8
For
years
so
they've been
long.
waiting for him to
8
do a DNA
years.
test. So he probably had a whiff of it even before that. So
And
let's
do you know the
estimate
boys?
about 15.
The boy's mother had someone she was with. When they gave birth to the boy, his
yeah.
name was on
His
the
surname he's got.
birth certificate.
Yeah, so he did a
then the
DNA
guy
test.
realized that he's not the father, and that's why they're asking for a paternity
Yeah,
test
for Jay-Z.
For Jay-Z. to
But
find out
that
if he's
questions
the one.
whether or not she's even sure that Jay-Z's the father. Because I just don't know how you could get that mixed up that you don't know who the father
Do you
of
know
your
the
child
funny
is.
I
part
think
of the
she
story?
does,
Do you
but-
know the funny part
Yeah.
of the story? She said they used protection, but it failed. How?
Yeah, I've heard that. There's a certain percentage.
She didn't say it broke, it failed.
Yeah, that's probably what she meant. She just didn't want
Yeah.
to be graphic.
So I'm being graphic.
Yeah, you are being graphic. But the point is, she needs to like work on her story because it doesn't really
Yeah,
add
like-
up.
Yeah,
And
it's-
that's probably why he's denying like the whole thing. But he needs to man up and just do the DNA test. If
And
he
get it out of the
genuinely
way.
believes that that's not his son, then do it.
Exactly. Ife, what do you think? Do you think he should do it as well?
Yeah.
Okay.
But I'm also encouraging the boy, please, when next you see Jay-Z, Daddy, Daddy.
It's the resemblance I can't get over.
It's the resemblance,
Embarrassing.
and there's so many things that are ticking the boxes. I'm just like, there's an
the
element.
music. Imagine if he's a sick rapper.
Embarrass him. If you embarrass him, trust me, he'll do it. Are you waiting? You're doing long talk.
All right then, still to come on Tea Time African Music Awards, Michael Jackson's estate against Disney and ABC. That's all coming up right after this break.
Thinking of banking in Africa? Think Zenith. In today's fast-moving, fast-changing world, you need a financial partner that understands your unique expectations. A bank with presence in major financial centers across the world, with the enabling platform to facilitate seamlessly, whenever, wherever, however. A bank with best-in-class financial solutions from a superb combination of technology and human touch for easy, fast, and secure banking that creates real value. Turning dreams into reality is now in your hands. People, technology, service. Zenith Bank, in your best interest.
Welcome back to Tea Time, the program that gets you updated on all of the latest entertainment news. Up next, the All Africa Music Awards calls for entries from African musicians. So, how long does this selection process take for the Africa Music Awards?
Well, they released a statement that it was going to be from June 25th to June 1st for people to submit their entries. So I think that's how long it will take for them to be nominated. I don't know how long it would take for them to do the actual show.
And do you think they're generally fair in terms of selecting
Yeah, I
who?
think it's a prestigious African award.
Okay.
Yeah.
Where's it being hosted this year? Do you know?
They haven't disclosed yet.
But I don't get how that works. So African musicians have to submit their entries as opposed to the audience.
Yeah, like as opposed to them picking and scrutinizing.
So they want any African musician in.
Yeah, like
To
if
nominate
you're
themselves.
even
nominate.
entertainment journalists are welcome. Like if you're an entertainment journalist, you can send in your stories and all of that.
Yeah, but
So-
I'm saying what's the process? Because usually the award show selects who the best people are, then the audience vote.
Yeah, I think that's the same process now. But the difference is you send in your stuff, then they now put out their nominees. They pick out of all the
Ones that they get, all
submissions
of the
they
nom-
get.
yeah.
Then they now pick which ones are the best. They now put it out there that, okay, these are the nominees for so categories, and then the people would vote.
Right, I'm with you.
Okay. So what about the Nigerian artists? Do you think they'll attend this event, and do you think they rate it
look
highly?
forward to it, actually. Afrima is like our home mobile. Yeah, it's still African. Mobile awards is still African. So
in
Afrima,
comparison to some of the awards ceremonies that takes place, like I'm talking like the Headies, Afrima is definitely higher or lower?
bigger, because this is the whole African
The whole
continent.
Africa.
Yeah.
But Nigeria will still dominate.
Of
so it's
course,
fine.
definitely.
Are you saying that objectively?
Maybe
though?
diamond platinums. A couple of hours.
Our final story on today's episode is that Michael Jackson's estate will sue Disney and television company ABC for a documentary on the late pop star titled Last Days.
Wow.
So if you do a documentary and you use their music, are you entitled to ask for permission as well?
You have to ask for permission, yeah.
So in this case, what happened? Why didn't they ask for permission? Do we know?
Because they're not putting it out there like a documentary. According to them, it's like a news. Do you understand? So they're like, when it comes to copyright laws, there are some things that you can use for news that would not be you encroaching on their intellectual property.
But I don't understand. Is this news? Is a 2-hour documentary news now?
Do you know what the Michael Jackson estate really wants, or why they're really bothered? Is the fact that they're using his best songs like Billie Jean, like Bad.
So are they
like
saying,
Black or White,
you know what, are they saying that if they had used any other songs, they would not have been offended?
If they had used a
But
less
that's not
successful
fair.
song, maybe they would.
Lakwe,
They
what do you
didn't say
think?
that, but
Yeah.
from their statement, that's what they're insinuating.
Okay, Lakwe, what do you think based on that?
Yeah, I think they should get their money. Like, they should get their royalty fees. Like
What I'm saying is that the use of the popular songs versus the
That's what I'm saying.
Okay.
They're more likely to make more money off of the bigger songs because there's more royalty fee. Whereas the other
So
songs...
it's all about the money for them.
Yeah, no, of course. It's always about the money.
It's about the money, of
It's always about the money. And I feel like at the moment, he's got kids, he's got a family and stuff like that. They probably have a bit of financial issues that we don't know about. And they're trying to get money from every source in every way possible. So yeah, they should get their money. And TV stations shouldn't be able to do that anyway. Like, you shouldn't be able to make a documentary and just like use the music and not even like...
But from what I hear, it was about using the music, and all of a sudden I hear that, there were 30 violations. I'm like, seriously, is that not blowing things out of proportion?
And they haven't even disclosed, and they're even asking for undescribed damages. That
do you know what I think? I think ABC haven't actually gotten the full permission from the Jackson family to do this, because this would have been discussed beforehand.
Even the Jackson estates said they had warned them prior to the release of the documentary.
Okay. There you go.
That do not use it, but they went quiet on them. So this is why they're suing them now. Like, we warned you guys, and then you guys didn't even pay us no mind. Then you think you can just come up and use our best songs?
They will have to cough up eventually.
That's your answer, basically. They didn't tell him. They didn't tell them.
So have ABC or Disney released a statement so far?
Yeah,
on this?
they both released statement. They said ABC, according to ABC, they haven't gone through the stuff, the claims of the estates, but that was when they also came out saying that it's also in the copyright law that if you have to use somebody's song, you can use bits and pieces for what's it called? For an interview, for like journalism stuff. You can use stuff like that.
But a 2-hour documentary?
A 2-hour, that's where the argument will come in now.
Oh, I see.
Do we call this a documentary, or do we call this news or an interview?
And it's like they're trying to capitalize on the fact that the law says you can use bits and pieces. Any last words?
Oh dear is my last one.
I wish them the best.
I think I'm going to go with you on that one. Oh, double dear. And that brings us to the end of this edition of Tea Time. Join us tomorrow for another jolly good episode. My thanks as always go to my co-anchors and the entire production team. Until next time, I'm Tukumbo Taiwo saying have a good afternoon.